September 17, 1787. Inside Independence Hall in Philadelphia, the air was heavy with exhaustion and anticipation. After months of secrecy, fierce arguments, and fragile compromises, 39 delegates placed their names on a document that would outlive them all, the U.S. Constitution. But this triumph was far from certain. How did 13 fragile states, once rebellious colonies, come together to craft the blueprint of a nation? The Revolutionary War had ended, but peace brought new troubles. The Articles of Confederation created a weak central government. No power to tax, no power to enforce laws. States printed their own money, imposed tariffs on each other, and squabbled like rivals rather than partners. Farmers in Massachusetts, led by Daniel Shays, even took up arms against their own government. Many feared the young republic would collapse before it truly began. In May 1787, 55 delegates arrived in Philadelphia. They were lawyers, merchants, planters, men of property and influence. George Washington, revered as a war hero, was chosen as president of the convention. James Madison, small in stature but vast in intellect, arrived with bold plans for a stronger government. Benjamin Franklin, aged 81, brought humor and wisdom to calm the stormy debates. Their mission to save the republic. The delegates locked the doors and swore secrecy. For 4 months, the hall echoed with disputes: should representation be based on population or equality among states? Should slaves count as citizens? Should the executive be one man, or a council? At times, the convention nearly broke apart. But compromise kept it alive. The Great Compromise balanced big and small states with a bicameral legislature. The 3/5 Compromise, deeply flawed and tragic, counted enslaved persons as 3/5 of a person for representation. These bargains revealed both the promise and the moral failures of the new nation. At last, a final draft emerged. On September 17, 39 delegates signed. George Washington sat silently at the front, his presence enough to command respect. Franklin, too frail to walk, was carried in a chair. He urged unity, declaring, "Thus I consent, sir, because I expect no better. And because I am not sure that it is not the best." Yet not all agreed. Some delegates refused to sign, fearing the new constitution gave too much power to the federal government. The Constitution now faced its greatest test: ratification by the states. Federalists, led by Madison, Hamilton, and Jay, wrote the Federalist Papers to persuade the public. Anti-Federalists demanded a Bill of Rights to protect individual liberty. Only after fierce debates did enough states ratify, and in 1791 the Bill of Rights was added. The Constitution became not just a framework for America, but an inspiration worldwide, from Europe to Latin America to Asia. The Constitution was not perfect. It bore compromises with slavery and reflected the limits of its time. Yet, September 17, 1787, remains a turning point: the day a fragile republic found its foundation. Today, the U.S. Constitution stands as the world's oldest written national constitution still in use. It continues to remind us, democracy is not given, it is built.